What's up guys, it's Dan here, and today in this video we're going to be going through the 5 best handstand conditioning and shoulder strengthening drills. Let's do this. Before we start, it's important to know that for all these exercises, we're gonna have our hands more or less shoulder width apart. We don't wanna have them too wide or too close. Shoulder width apart will be the perfect positioning for all these exercises. We're gonna start with the most simple one, which is the reverse handstand isometric, which is gonna help us with both our shoulder stabilization and balancing, and actually start strengthening those shoulders and getting used to being upside down for our handstand. For this, we're gonna start by putting our hands on the floor and actually bringing our feet up to the wall to get into a diagonal position. You're gonna squeeze your core, squeeze your bum, squeeze all your legs. Your whole body has to be really tensioned, and at the same time, your arms have to be really pushing the floor. So they have to be really straight and actually trying to push the floor and bringing your chest onto the wall, okay? Push your chest onto the wall so that you are in a perfectly diagonal position and your shoulders are stretching as much as possible. Don't forget to always look at your hands so that you get less dizzy, so that the blood actually can circulate properly and it doesn't all go to the head. And stay here for an allotted amount of time. It can be 10 seconds, 20 seconds. I'd rather you start with around 10 seconds, come down for a couple of seconds, another 10, 20 seconds, and go back again and do it 3 times or 4 times, depending on how good you feel and how strong you feel. From this one, we're gonna move into a little bit more complicated one, in the sense that it's gonna have much more impact in your shoulders and you're gonna feel it way more. So your mobility has to be a little bit better for this one. This one is basically also a reverse handstand isometric, but it's gonna be in a 90-degree leg position. For this one, we're gonna start sitting on the floor with our legs straight and our feet against the wall so that we can measure where our hips are. You're gonna turn around, leave your hands where your hips were, and again, get into that diagonal reverse handstand. Once you're in that position, you're gonna start lowering your legs very straight by using just your toes so that you can keep pushing forward and your back is completely straight. What you wanna get is to a 90-degree position with your legs against your back, okay? And you're gonna keep pushing with those toes so that you feel the pressure in your shoulders and you're in a very beautiful straight position. We're gonna hold this one again for time, and we're gonna do it around 3 or 4 times for around 10 to 20 seconds. If you can more, if you feel capable of more, give it a go, but we have some more exercises to do, so don't get too tired yet. Also, never forget to have your core really squeezed, your bum squeezed, your whole body squeezed, and really be pushing the floor with those arms. We don't want the arms bent, we always want the arms really straight. The next exercise we're gonna try is wall walks. Wall walks are incredible to strengthen your shoulders loads, but you have to be very careful if you have never done them before, and take it really easy to start with, because otherwise, if you don't stretch your hands enough or don't have enough shoulder strength, they might bend and you might be in a little bit of a risk to actually fall down. But otherwise, if you have practiced any other shoulder conditioning exercises, or if you actually work on your shoulders at the gym or at home, then you might be able to give this one a try. For this one, we're gonna start in a push-up position with our feet against the wall, and then we're gonna drive our feet a little bit up against the wall again and start walking with our hands really straight. Really key for this, guys, is gonna be your bum. Your bum has to be a little bit out, as you can see in the video. I'm not completely straight, my bum is not coming into the wall, my bum is going out a little bit, kind of like in an angle, okay? And that's really important to actually make it easier for yourself to drive yourself onto the wall. You're gonna keep those arms really straight, squeeze your core, squeeze everything, squeeze your bum, and walk until you're as close as you're comfortable to the wall, and then come down, walking again, and do these for reps. We're gonna do around 5 to 8 reps if you've never done this before, and around 10, 12, as many as you can if you're in quite an advanced level. And we're gonna do these for 3 or 4 sets. Next up, we're going into our reverse handstand hand balancings. This is a regression for handstand shoulder taps. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our hands onto the floor and our feet onto the wall in that diagonal position like the first exercise we did. And you're gonna walk yourself a little bit into the wall until you're more or less a hand and a bit apart from the wall. If you're not comfortable with that, you can also go a little bit further, like around 2 hands off the wall. Just make sure that you're comfortable in that position. You're gonna squeeze your core, squeeze your bum, and make sure you're always pushing the ground with your arms. And then you're gonna start moving your hips side to side while you're in that diagonal position to make sure that you can balance your body from side to side and bring all the weight of your body to one arm and then to the other one. So then you can start actually balancing between hands very comfortably and getting a momentum from that hip movement. We're gonna do this for reps and we're gonna do around 20, so 10 each hand every time we do a set, and we're gonna do around 3 to 4 sets like all the other exercises. And finally, we're gonna move on to shoulder taps. So it's gonna be very similar to those hand balancings, but we're actually going to separate the hand from the floor and bring it onto the shoulder every time instead of just balancing side to side. So you gotta nail those hips to be able to do this exercise. For this one, again, we're gonna start with our hands on the floor and our feet up in the wall in kind of like a diagonal position. Again, you wanna make sure your core is squeezed, your bum is squeezed, and you're pushing the floor with your arms. You're gonna start moving those hips side to side quite a bit, making sure that your weight can go from one arm to the next one comfortably, getting that momentum. And then from there, you're gonna start bringing your hand onto your shoulder and back down and alternating between hands doing the same movement. Make sure that your legs are as close as possible while doing the exercise, and also having your bum a little bit out in an angle so that it makes it easier for you to move your hips. And for this one, if you don't feel comfortable doing it with your hands at shoulder width, you're gonna be able to open them a little bit more and open maybe your hands a little bit if it's more comfortable for you at the beginning. You can work towards bringing them closer and bringing them more straight up. But if you wanna start a little bit wider and a little bit opening your hands, that should be more than fine. We're gonna do this one for 20 reps approximately, so 10 each hand. If you can more, then give it a go. And we're gonna do it for 3 to 4 sets. And that's it for the workout, guys. I hope it was useful. If you do these drills, believe me, your shoulders are gonna get so much stronger. Your mobility is gonna get better for a handstand, and you're gonna get used to being upside down without the need to actually be pushing onto the wall, which is a little bit more scary, and we will cover in another video. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, subscribe to my channel for more workouts, fitness videos, tutorials, loads of content. And make sure if you have any questions or comments, just write them in the box below. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll catch you up in the next one.